Hello, it's the Friday Talkie. So, quite a few people are celebrating the fact that it's Atari's 40th birthday. This is something I actually hadn't given a great deal of thought about, and I probably wouldn't have thought about except Killen, TheSymbianFreak, sent me a tweet with a link to a webpage which basically goes into details about how Atari, as we know them, really aren't Atari, and it really isn't their 40th birthday. Now, I didn't learn anything from this that I didn't know already, but what it did was make me think about it a bit, and in the end I totally agree with everything the article said. Link down there. Basically, I mean, Atari as they exist. Who was it? Whose sword is it? 5 new handles, 6 new blades. That's Atari. You know, they're just a brand now that has been bought and traded, and the same with the rights to their software. They have nothing whatsoever to do with the Atari of old. Really, that company died when Jack Tramiel sold up or went bust or whatever it is. That company, as soon as they went, it ceased being Atari. It became a brand in the same way that Commodore USA is nothing whatsoever to do with Commodore as we remember them. So here is Infograms trading as Atari. No hard feelings towards them whatsoever. To me though, they're just not Atari. So them celebrating their 40th birthday to me is like, yeah, no, seriously, not. But I have mixed feelings about this, because to celebrate their 40th birthday, here I'm getting my iPhone out, they've had this program on the iPhone and I don't know what other things for a while, which is Atari Greatest Hits. So you can play their various arcade games and assorted 2600 games. Now, up until yesterday, the front end was free, and I think you got 1 game with it free, and everything else you had to buy. Yesterday, they made all the games that play on it free. It's a shame that they only did it for 1 day. I mean, it is kind of pointless in me saying, hey, get this, because you've got to pay for it now. But the reason I'm saying it is because I'm pleased that Infograms, now known as Atari, are celebrating their 40th birthday, because it means we got all this stuff for free, if those who knew about it. And yeah, big thanks to What Kate Does on Twitter, because I wouldn't have known about this if she hadn't tweeted it. I mean, I don't look on the iPhone as a particularly good gaming device, but I like having all those old Atari games in my pocket. Whether or not I'll play them, I played a couple. I played 2600 Battlezone on there last night and thoroughly enjoyed it and found it reasonably controllable, even though it's like touchpad thing, touchscreen. And I had a bit of a go on Missile Command, which I actually found more controllable than I thought it would, because you don't have, you can do it in 1 of 2 ways. It's got like your virtual trackball where you can run your finger on it, and that was like, no, I ain't doing that. But you can run your finger over the whole screen, and it's not quite as you would expect, but it works, and I like that. So yes, Atari's 40th birthday? No, not really. But Atari's 40th birthday present to us? Yes, thank you, very nice, I'll have some of that. So, mixed feelings about the whole thing. But thank you to Killen for sending me that link, because it made interesting reading. Like I said, link down there. Anyone who doesn't know the story and is perhaps interested in who Atari are and how they got to where they are now. In other Atari-related kind of news, I need to say, and want to say, a very big thank you to MarkTheMorose, who he's given me some Atari ST software, because in my big collection video I said I've only got the 1 game for the ST, and it's a game that, well, is dizzy. So he's sent me, I'm not going to show you the box yet. I'll just show you what's in here first. There are these 2 Chart Attack compilation discs with Lotus Esprit, James Pond, Ghouls and Ghosts and Venus Flytrap, which are... I don't know Venus Flytrap, I've never heard of that, but the others are absolute classics. And then there is this, TNT, which it looks like an isometric Vietnamish kind of thing. Yeah, I haven't heard of that one before. And then there's, what? Ranarama. What's that? I don't know anything about this game. Mark did, he sent me a message and explained what these were, and I can't remember what he said, and I haven't got it on the screen at the time. Blah blah blah, not compatible, blah blah. Evil creatures which guard the warlocks make formidable opponents for Mervyn in his quest to escape from the darkest dungeon. Only you can help. Or if they're relying on me to help, they're in real trouble. And then we have the main... Well, this is what the box is anyway. Pit Fighter. Now, I have played Pit Fighter. I played it in the arcades, and I've got it on some other system, and I don't remember which one it is. It might actually be my Game Gear. It's kind of notorious. It popularised the digitised graphics thing that then... Well, I won't say it popularised it, but it kind of started the ball rolling, and it's kind of where Mortal Kombat came from. This game is... It's one of those that, by reputation anyway, is so bad that it's good. I know what this game is like, and it is bad, and I like it. So I'm looking forward to playing that. What was that? Something just popped up on my screen, and I don't know what it was. Yeah, so great big thank you to Mark for that. There will be gameplay videos coming up in due course. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to fit them in, but it will be sooner rather than later, when I'm done with the N64 stuff, I think. Now, okay, I need to apologise to a couple of people, because I know a couple of people left comments in videos or a short while, but maybe a couple of weeks back, offering to send me stuff, and I didn't get back to them. I must apologise for that. I'm an idiot, basically. I saw the comments, I thought, yeah, I'll answer that in a little bit, and then didn't, and I went back to look, and it's like flooded with comments, and I couldn't find what videos they were in. So I'm an idiot. I must apologise for not getting back to you. Yeah, things like that really are better in PMs, because I at least won't lose them, because I'm good at losing comments. And I must apologise to a couple of other people. I have been asked by a couple of people, will I go on their podcasts, and I haven't responded yet. That actually is not incompetence on my part. That is me procrastinating, because I like doing podcasts. They're good. They scare the hell out of me, and I'm really nervous about them. So I'm procrastinating. I want to. I will get back to you. Yeah, I just find the whole thing incredibly nerve-wracking, because I find it really easy to do this. I'm sitting here looking at a camera, and there is no one. I haven't got to respond to anyone. I haven't got to think quickly. I know what I'm going to say already. I've just got to put the sentences together. And when you're actually talking directly to someone, you've got to think a whole lot quicker. And I'm actually not, I'm a very deep thinker and a broad thinker, but I'm not a fast thinker. And I find it stressful. But yeah, it is something I want to do. So yes, sorry for not getting back to you yet. I will, honest. Moving on. A response. Is it a tag video? I don't know. It's Lawn Boys Post 1975. Guess what? He's done another one. I can't help. Dave and Ed, you two, stop asking such good questions. No, don't. They are really good. Anyway, yes, Dave's question is, what game made you fall in love with gaming? Like, you may have played lots of games, but was there one particular game that really did it for you and made you decide, this is it, this is the hobby for me, this is where it's at, where I want to be, that kind of thing. He's probably a lot more clear about it than I'm being here, because whatever. Anyway, yes, it's not actually a dead simple answer for me, because there are two different answers, and I'm going to give you both. The game, I started video gaming right at the start. Okay, no, it wasn't with Space War on that, what is it, PIP-1 or whatever, that mainframe thingy. But as far as the kind of gaming that the public could play, I started with Pong, if you don't want to include all the electromechanical stuff. It was Pong, and I liked that, and I was amazed by that. But that's not the one. That's the one that made me think, wow, this is cool, and I was fascinated by it. And then there were other games that promised much but just didn't deliver. That various like submarine games where you're firing your torpedoes upwards at the ships going along the top, and they always looked, to my like 5 or 6-year-old self, they looked really exciting, and then I played them and was always unsatisfied by them. And there were things like Dodge 'em, where it was like a precursor to Pac-Man, where you've got a car going round and you've got to get all the dots and avoid all the other cars, and it never really quite hit the spot. And there was Outlaw, where you got the two characters on either side of the screen and a cactus or a wagon in the middle, and you're shooting at each other, and that was also fun, but it just, there was something missing. I can't really define it. They promised much and just didn't quite deliver. And then Space Invaders, that was where I realised this isn't just a quick phase of amusements that's going to go away, and I like it. It grabbed me, and every spare 10 pence I could get my hands on, I was off to the little cafe in Stony Stratford to put me 10p in the slot and play Space Invaders, and I played it a lot, every opportunity, and I never looked back. That was a turning point for me. That was when I mean, I had always liked video games, but that was where they went from being a brief amusement to an obsession, I guess. But there was another game as well, where I realised gaming was going to be something other than simplistic kill this, collect that, eat that. It was going to open up into whole new worlds, and on home systems. I'd done a lot of arcade gaming, and at home, you know, I'd got Atari 2600 and then Acorn Electron, and it was all a little bit two-dimensional. That's just what it was like. And then all of a sudden, here was this game, and I realised, no, things are going to change, and they're going to get very big, and the depth is going to go somewhere completely different, and I was excited. I knew gaming was going to change in a way that I liked and I wanted. Virtual Worlds. That game was elite on the Acorn Electron. For me, I spent years playing it. I never reached elite status. I think on the Electron it actually wasn't possible. I reached, I can't remember if I was dangerous or deadly. I did quite well on it. I mean, after years of playing it, you do. I'm wearing new trousers. That's what I was like, what's stuck on the back of my trousers? 32 short, because I'm short, and yeah. Okay, that answers that question anyway. So Space Invaders and Elite. One was the one that made me love gaming, full stop, and the other, is epiphany, is that what it was? It was something, it was a moment where I realised this is going to go somewhere different, this is going to really change. Does it change the world? Has gaming changed the world? The world is different and gaming is part of it. Yeah, something about it. Anyway, it's shout out time. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, there is one person who will know who I'm shouting out already, because he always guesses, and he told me about this channel. The person is who told me is at Sumo Korean, so thank you, because this channel is great. Normally, when I shout out a channel, I go for small, newer channels who need a helping hand finding an audience maybe, or who've got a bit of an audience, and I go for the smaller channels to shout out. This is not quite so small. 1,394 subscribers at the moment, and I'm shouting this out not so much to help this channel, but because I think you lot, certainly those of you who enjoy my gameplay videos, will enjoy these gameplay videos. This is GameplayJenny. What can I tell you about her? She is playing the Bethesda games. There is Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and what's it called? Fallout 3. I like the, well, I haven't got Skyrim. I played Oblivion a couple of years ago and very much enjoyed that. I've started playing Fallout 3 again because of Jenny, in fact. I had played this game, I played it once before and didn't get into it, but I've been watching and thought I'm going to give that another go. What she does, you will understand why I like it. Can you see here? Playing games badly. She does kind of what I do, which is why I find it so entertaining. I don't think she's doing herself any well, I won't say she's not doing herself justice by saying she plays badly, because she plays a whole lot better than me, in that I think she actually reads the instructions and learns the controls before she plays. But what she does is just dive into the game and play it. There's no, it's not showing off her skills or showing you the best way to play the game. She's just in it for fun, and she has this sense of humour that I find very appealing and I can relate to a great deal. She speaks well, you know, she's got a really good voice on a good microphone, which goes a long way, and she knows how to talk and can continue to talk all the way through and is very funny and entertaining. And you might find her style a little familiar. It's funny because I'd never heard of her before, she'd never heard of me before, and the first thing I thought when I watched one of her videos was, hold on a minute, I do that. And she said something kind of similar when she watched mine. There is a similarity of style here. So, yeah, I like what she's doing, thoroughly recommended. If you haven't heard of her channel before, I mean, she's doing quite well. There is no lack of subscribers there, but I think you, if you're not aware of her channel, may well enjoy this. Thoroughly recommended. Do check her out. Yeah, that is GameplayJenny. Closing comments then. What's coming up? More of the same plus more. There will be more system overviews. I'm trying really hard to get them like one every day throughout the week, but it's a struggle. And it's going to be more of a struggle because I'm going to try and cram something else in as well. So yes, usual. I'm carrying on with the N64. It's probably going to be one more week of N64, and then I'm going to go on to do these Atari ST games that Mark sent me. More system overviews, and I'm going to. Well, here's the plan. Who was it? I've completely forgotten who it was. There's a video tag going around, show us your joysticks, or something like that, where assorted people are showing all the joysticks they've got in their collection. Well, I thought about doing a response to that, and then I thought, hold on a minute. Yeah, I can't do that. That will be hours. So I'm going to try to do a joystick of the day video. Just like a couple of minutes. I don't want to flood people's inboxes and whatnot, and 3 videos a day is kind of a lot, but this will be a very short video. We're talking like 2 minutes. Starting off with like the joypads, joysticks for the individual systems, and then I've got a load of third-party stuff as well. And I you know, you might see some stuff you're not familiar with, and failing that, well, it'll be useful to stick on my website anyway. And I want to do it. And if you don't want to watch them, don't. I don't mind. There it is. I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. What's that doing? I've got weird shit coming up on my screen and I don't know what it is. There, I'm probably talking to... What is this? What's it doing? Okay. It's doing weird stuff again. There's a little thing there with a red line going up and down, and then is it because it's taking a photo? And why is it putting a box over? It's doing weird stuff. Stop it. I mean, the red box is following my face, but I don't know why it's putting a little white box there. I don't know if it thinks there's a face there and is it going to zoom in and have a PC Engine as a face. That's stupid.